I'm Errol Johnson, owner of Great Basin Natives in Holden, Utah. I'm going to show you how I propagate the pinion pine. There are two different kinds of pinion pines that grow in the Rocky Mountain area. One is Pinus edulis and the other is Pinus filifolia. Edulis has one needle and filifolia has two needles. I got these pine nuts. I just bought at the grocery store. If I have time, I like to go and pick my own, but we'll use these today. There's several ways to plant these pinions. You can, if you want to plant them directly in the ground, you take a couple of seeds and plant them there, then cover them with maybe sawdust or potting soil or compost so that they can emerge through the soil quite easily. Then the other important thing you have to do is to put a flag or some way to mark it so that you'll know where they are and plant it in a spot where you want them to grow there permanently. The other way to do it is to plant them in just a little cup or a cup like this one, which decays, and you just plant the whole thing when that comes up, or some kind of a other pot to put them in. If you use this one, you need to make a hole through it so that the water can drain out. Now, if you don't want to plant a whole tray of these, you can just put a few in a pot like this, press them in tight and cover them with the potting soil or compost, and then just leave them, and then they will, after a while, begin to germinate. If they're in a greenhouse or in your home, they will germinate in maybe 3 to 6 weeks. Here are some I planted last year in a germination pot, and I didn't get these transplanted this year, so I'll probably do it a little later. I usually take them out of this pot and put them in this tube, which is now called a container. And those containers can rest inside of one of these trays. Here's one that we transplanted early this spring, and it even has branched some. And I'll put this in the bigger pot and try to grow them up to 15, 16 inches before I would like to sell those. That takes about 4 or 5 or 6 years. Here I plant them in these containers, and I just take a seed, and these all got seeds in them, but I got 5 here that doesn't have seeds. I just cover them up like that, or put them in the pot like the tube like that, then cover them with potting soil, and I'll cover the rest of them the same way. Sometimes I use this golf ball to kind of press it down a little bit. Here, this is a germination tray. If you want to do a whole lot of them, you put them in here and you cover them with potting soil. It's about 3/4 to an inch deep. I like to press it down. I use this trowel to press the soil firmly against the nut. And when this comes up, it'll be coming up like this. I've taken most of them out. There's a couple here that died, and these I'll take out later. And you see the old nuts that didn't germinate there. So I think that's it for today. I'm Errol Johnson, Great Basin Natives. If you like what you see, what I've done, let me know or share with a friend. And if you need to make any comments or give me suggestions, do so, please. Thanks again.